Hi everyone, it's Stefe and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a makeup trial. If you want to see how I did this look right here, stay tuned and keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start out with is the Touch and Soul Glassy Pretty Filter Skin Balm. So I actually didn't smell this when I unboxed it. It just smells like regular cream, but it has like a peach tone to it, and it is very thick. So let's just take a little. Now that I have it on, it kind of smells like peaches, but this is very thick, so I think that this cream will last you a long time. But so far, it feels very nice. So you're definitely going to get your bang for your buck out of this product. All right. So now we will do eyes. Okay, so I have you guys zoomed in pretty far for the eye, but this is going to be our color story. So we have this shimmery shade for our highlight, and then we have the green shimmer and the black for the lid. So I am going to prime my eyes, and I will be right back. Okay, so for eye primer, I am using the Pretty Vulgar Eye Primer. Now I'm going to take this transition shade that's really light, this Siberian shade up in this corner right here, which is almost like a white. And we're going to use that just to kind of transition from, and just to kind of make our eyeshadow stick. Okay, I got a lot that's sticking to the brush. Now that it's on the eye, you can actually see this. This is the one that I swatched and you couldn't see. So what I'm trying to do is just putting this all over my lid to set that primer, because I found this primer is really sticky, which I don't mind sometimes, but for this look, I don't need that much of a stickiness on my base. I know some people think that that's like a big no-no, but today that's what we're doing. But I really wanted to zoom you guys in so you could actually see the eye look I'm doing, because I've noticed before you guys can't see what's going on, and it's kind of hard to do an eye look if you guys can't even see my eyes. There, so we have our base on. Let me actually put that brush over here because it's a dirty brush. Now I'm going to take a little e.l.f. crease brush and we're going to try to pick up this green shimmer and see what we get. Okay, it did pick up on the brush, so let me see how it's going to apply now. If we're going to get any fallout or what exactly is going to happen. One thing I will say is this palette is very heavy and I'm using the mirror in the palette. So I would say if you're going to do that, just be prepared. The palette's heavy. I think what I'll do once we get the colors on is I will take a fluffy brush and just kind of blend those edges. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of fallout on my eye, but it's not like super bad. I looked up and now I went up farther than I actually meant to, but we'll just have to make that work. Yeah, that's up a little bit high, but we'll just deal with it. Okay. Well, I didn't have to spray my brush or anything, and as you can see, this green has stuck to my eye even after having primed a base on the lid. So now I'm going to take a bigger eyeshadow blending brush from e.l.f. and we're going to go in with this black and see what we can do, because this one is giving me a little bit of kickback in the pan. So what I want to do is I just want to tap this into the corner like this. And we're just going to try to tap it on because I don't want to rub it around too much. And let's see if we can build this up and actually get this to look good. I love having a dark matte black, and I actually don't have one. Jeffree Star palette has a black, but it isn't a matte. So it's always good to have a matte black, and also good to have some of these shimmers, like this paw print color is like a pinky shimmer, and this roar color is the shimmer we're going to be using today. So I like having shimmers like that and a black matte. But with this palette, because it is so neutral, I didn't want to do a like regular neutral look. I always try to find something different I can do with the palette so that you guys don't have to sit there and ask why I did such a basic look when there were other pops of color in there. So I'm really trying to finesse this. And now I am going to try to blend a little. The amount of fallout I thought I was going to get, I'm actually not getting. So I'm thoroughly surprised. And that black is building up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush that I had the green on. And we're just going to go back and forth between the green and the black. And just kind of marry them together. Help if I close my eye, wouldn't it? Okay, so this is what we have so far. I know it's not blended, so let's go do that. So I have this really big fluffy brush, and we're gonna work on this.
My pet? He's wet.
All right, so we're looking good so far. So now what I want to do, and I'm also going to use this same big fluffy brush, is I'm going to take that Roar shade, oh, and this is very powdery. Lots of kickback in the pan. Let me see if I can show you. Hello?
That's the only pet I have.
Lots of kickback in the pan from that. And I just want to dust that on top. Not too much now. And that's kind of tying everything together. I'm not going to pick up as much this time. Wow. I really like that color. That might become one I use very often. I almost like it better than the Jeffree Star brow bone highlight. That is very, can we focus please? It is very bright. So I'm going to show you this eye look with the light off. So as you can see, that brow bone highlight is very bright. So that's what we have for the eyes. Now, we'll zoom you guys out a little bit for the rest of the face. So I'm just going to go over first the shades that I used. So let me show you. This green shade is what's on the inner part of my eye, which is called Lush. This black shade Stripes is what's on the outer part of my eye. And then this white shimmery Roar is what I'm using for the brow bone highlight. And this Siberian color is what I use to set down a base for all the colors. So I feel like even without having a regular sticky base, these colors did do well. As for fallout, it's really minimal. It's just a little bit of glitter. I'm going to say I'm probably good to go in with foundation without worrying about this. Let me just real quick.
We'll try to get a quick snap screen.
Okay, so I tried to sweep it off with my finger, and that's not going to work. But that is with the Shared Planet palette. So what do we have next in our box to do? We're not doing the eye cream. So next is going to be the highlighter. So let me go put my base on, and when we get to highlighter, I'll be right back. So we are ready now for highlighter. I have my base laid down. So I just wanted to show you what this looks like. Can I? Okay, so this is what it looks like. It has this little thing that the powder comes out of. So you got to kind of, like, I'm not sure if I just put the lid on and do this like setting powder and just like give it a good shake. So we're going to try that. Okay. And then maybe you just put this in the lid. I'm not really sure, but there isn't much coming out. I feel like maybe it's too full. Oh, this is what you do. Gotcha. Okay, so this is how much I have in here. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. That's too much. I need a mirror. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did is I took this big fluffy brush and I just kind of went like this and diffused that, which now is a complete blush topper along with a highlighter. I will show you it without the light. You can see it there. Camera focus. So now let's do the other side and try to not pick up too much, I guess. But it does pick up very well on the brush. So with this, you really just don't need a lot, I guess. That's the magnified side of my mirror. Whoops. Yeah, it's really like just a lot of product, and I feel like you're just gonna have to go in and kind of tone it down because it's like really in your face. And like I said, unless you have this going on a wet base, it doesn't really stay throughout the day. Like, it has no staying power. But now we will try to put some on my nose, my Cupid's bow, and all those things. So usually when I do my nose, I just put some on my finger. Girl. What is this?
This one.
Okay. Not mad at it. So you need very little. And I already have some on my fingers. So I'm going to try using what I already have, which isn't really doing much. So I almost feel like you have to go in with a lot and then just kind of blend away the extra. So to me, it's like a real big waste of product because I'm putting this on because it won't give me a little, and when I put on a lot, it's like almost too much. I mean, I will say on the skin, It's very pretty. I'm somebody that likes a blinding highlight. I also don't mind a blush topper. I do feel like it's a little bit much with what we have going on for this eye look because the eyebrow bone eyeshadow is a little bit much. But that was the Artist Couture highlighter. So now let's set our face and we will move on to lips. So for a setting spray, I'm just using the Glow Recipe. This has lasted me forever. I would say if you're on the fence about buying it, this is the trial size one and I've had it for like a month and a half. Now we'll see what happens with that highlighter with it being set. I'm not really sure. So now we will move on. Why am I trying to put that in there? We'll move on to our lip trio. So I'm thinking for this look, we're probably going to use a brown. So I have two different options for brown that I can use, but I want to see. So these two to me look almost the same, but I'm going to use the one that's like the darkest brown. I don't line my lips a lot, but when I do, I like a liner that performs well. And this one looks really creamy. We did swatch it. So let's find a lip. So I can either go with this lip, which would look okay, or I can go with this lip. And I'm thinking we're probably going to go with this one because it's a little bit lighter. I like to use my darkest shade, which is in this shade. These are by L'Oreal. Cutting Edge Cork. I like to use that one more with like browns and neutrals, and for anything more colorful, I like to tone it down. So this is called Ultra Beige from L'Oreal. We'll use that. So let's use the Beauty Vaulte lip liner in the shade Cozy Kira. It's going on really smooth. Oh, I kind of messed up right here. And it just blended away. Let's do a little bit more on the top. So as for this brown shade, I feel like it really does, like it really is creamy, and this is a lot better than the NYX liners that I have. I would compare it to the Gerard Cosmetics one, but I don't know how these are going to wear throughout the day. So that's going to be something. I haven't tried these out the day beforehand either. There, and I feel like that just blended into the lipstick really well. So let me zoom you guys out a little bit and we will go over my thoughts on everything. Okay, so this is the finished look of what we created today. So starting from our first product, which was the Touch and Soul. Actually, give me my card because I want to make sure I've got this. Okay, so the Touch and Soul Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm. What do I think of this? The value of this is $32. I think $32 is a little bit pricey for how much you're actually getting in here, but like I said, it's a very thick cream, so this might last a while. So I'm on the fence about it, but it did perform pretty well. My skin didn't feel greasy. you know, there's not really any shininess going on from the cream. So I would say this is very cool. I didn't know Touch and Soul had this. I like this. Would I purchase it again? Probably not, because I just have a cream that I use from Walmart. But this is a nice little surprise. So I will be using this. So I'm kind of on the fence about this. I'm gonna give it a 3 just because it is $32 for a face cream. So, and it's not like a night face cream or with retinol in it or anything like that, but the packaging is very cute. So that will be in my lineup for my skincare. And then next we use the Shared Planet Tiger collection. I'm going to show you the colors one more time just so you can see what they look like. There you go. So I will say this palette is very heavy. I don't know if you guys could actually see or notice, but my hand was shaking when I was using this because it is so heavy. I feel like it weighs at least a pound, which is a lot for a palette, and it is very, very thick. So I'm not really sure if they use some type of metal or really hard plastic for these pans, but it is very, very hard. I do like the packaging on it though. It's very cute. I like that they donate some of this for helping out animals, specifically the tigers and the polar bears, depending on which one of these you buy. Value of this is $48. I would say for what you're actually getting in here, just seeing how the eyeshadows performed, they're very easy to use. A lot of times, and even with Jeffree Star stuff, if you have a matte, sometimes you really got to work it. You got to work it, you got to work it, you got to blend it. And even with shimmers, you got to spray your brush, you got to do this, you got to do that. I didn't have to do any of that with this palette. I really like this palette. I like that there's a matte black in here. I like this white shimmer. I don't mind the green, and of course, because I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, that's the home of the Packers. So for Packer games, I can definitely use this green, which I would prefer compared to the Everyday Essentials Emerald Green that I have for Packer eye looks. So I'm going to give this a 4 just because it's heavy. That's the only reason why I'm giving it a 4. If I'm using the mirror in this palette, it's heavy. But if I'm doing my makeup in the bathroom, I would give it a 5 because then I'm using that mirror, which to a lot of people, I guess, doesn't make a lot of sense because the mirror is farther away. But I feel like I do my makeup better in front of my mirror. But that's the only reason why I would give this a 4. I really do like this eyeshadow palette. It does have a magnetic seal to it, so if you wanted to travel with it, I feel like this is sturdy enough that it's not going to do any damage. I would still put it in a bag just in case because it is an expensive palette and you have to take care of it. But anyways, moving on. So next, we have the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. And let me just double check again at what shade this is. This is in the shade Sugar Daddy, which I'll show you right here, is more of a like bronzy rose gold color. I think it is a beautiful highlighter, but as for staying power, it's just not there. And the price point for this, hello, where are you, is $27. So I just feel like it's a little bit overpriced for how tiny this is. If this was like the same size as a setting powder, like I said before, I would think $27 would be fine. Also, this is one of those products, you can even still see it on my nose. That one spot. Did I get it? I think I got it. Where you just have to play with it to get it to do what you want. So I feel like it's one of those things where you're either really going to like this product or you're really not. I really don't care for it, but because it's in my collection, I will keep it as a backup in case one of my highlighters runs out, which I doubt because I do have the Jeffree Star Skin Frost palette, which will be coming up in a future video for you guys. But I'm going to give this a 2 just because of the size, how hard it was to work with, and the price point. So then the last item that we used was from one of our lip duos. And this is the Beauty Vault Circadian Lip Liner Trio. And I used the shade Cozy Kira. This was very creamy. It went on very nice. You guys saw it in action. For 3, it's $18, so that's $6 each. It's a little bit more expensive than I would like to pay. I usually pay around 3 or 4 for a lip liner. But if you're looking for a real, like, more of a gel-based liner, not like your average wooden pencil liner, I would say these are a little bit more high-end, and that's not really too bad. I've never heard of Beauty Vault before, so I hope we see them again because I did enjoy this product. So I am going to give this a 5 because I can't complain about the price. The product did what it said it was going to do. I don't use lip liners a lot, but maybe I should start using them more because this lip looks so much better than if I just slapped on some lipstick, honestly. So that is everything in our box aside from the eye cream, which I will take out and show you in case you did not see my unboxing. So this is the QMS Intensive Eye Care. It values at $132. It doesn't really smell like anything, and I have an an eye cream I'm using right now, so I'm going to wait to use this one, but I will keep it in my lineup for in the future. So again, that brings the value of our box to $257, and without the eye cream, which I believe I subtracted this wrong. Let me see. Without the eye cream, the value of the box is still $125. So you can't really go wrong. Theme of the box this month is Oasis, and I have variations 76. So if you are looking for, if you're looking for different variations and want to know what one mine is, that's what one it is. So anyways, that is going to be the end of our makeup trial. I think this is the fastest one we ever did just because the eyeshadow worked out so beautifully. I feel like I could have slapped this on before work if I wanted to. And it just looks so pretty. The black isn't too intense. It's there, but honestly, I mean, it looks a little bit darker with the light off, but it's not too much. And I just feel like everything today tied together real well. So that's going to be it for me. So this is the end of the video. If you liked it, leave it a like. If you're new, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.